Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
Thank you very much, Ken. Welcome, everybody, to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm your host, Josh Taylor, in tonight for Bob Pompiani. Joining me in studio, columnist for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Gene Collier, in studio. Gene, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Great being back with you, Josh. Yeah, it's been a while.
Always enjoy our talks. We'll talk a little bit of Pirates here in just a few moments. Of course, if you did not get a chance to watch it tonight, Pirates beat the Nationals 4-1. Three-run home run by Starling Marte in the bottom of the eighth. That was the difference in the game. Pirates score 4 runs in that inning. Of course, the big story, Chris Archer leaves right before the second inning starts with an apparent injury. We'll get more onto that in just a few moments. But I want to talk about the Steelers right now, Gene. Going into preseason game number 3, Sunday night in Tennessee against the Titans. We know the Steelers like to treat this game as the dress rehearsal. So we know we'll see the starters, we'll see most of the vets like Cam Hayward, who you see on your screen, also Ben Roethlisberger. You will see most of those bigger name players, Marquise Pouncey, those guys that have been around for a while. But it also gives you an up-close glimpse of what this team is going to look like, at least what you hope that they're going to see when September 8th comes around for that season opener.
Well, sure. I mean, this is the exhibition game, the preseason game that everyone looks toward, Josh. I think most people will be interested to see Ben Roethlisberger play for the first time in the preseason and probably for the last time in the preseason. And look particularly at how he communicates and manages with Juju, who's got to be the number one receiver. Has got to, expand into that role this year with Antonio Brown gone. So I think that's what most people will look for. And I think people want to see Devin Bush play again. He played so well in the first game and missed the second. If there is such thing as an interesting preseason game, this is it. Now,
we talk about, obviously, Ben Roethlisberger and the receiving corps. It's kind of been revamped, and Devin Bush having an impact on the defense. Anything else other than those two elements that you're looking for or paying a special amount of attention to?
Well, you're kind of looking all over the place. See that, they really deployed the secondary in some unusual combinations, I thought, last week, and to see if that's continuing or if the way the Steelers played against the Chiefs in the secondary has solidified, some of the plans for the defense. Looking forward to September 8th. I'm looking at that also.
Yeah, that's one thing that I continue to look at as far as just from the global landscape of how they were able to fill holes in multiple places. I thought the secondary had multiple holes that they needed to fill, and they did that. They had holes at inside linebacker, and they filled those. They had holes at running back maybe, and they filled those with the drafting of Benny Snell. So you're seeing a much bigger group of talent at each position. It's not just a bunch of guys that do all the same thing. You have different guys in different positions that can do different things and make different kinds of impact.
Absolutely. I mean, the Steelers had a lot of questions going into this year. They still have a lot of questions. I don't know how you feel about them. I think, they'll be, to me it seems they'll be about what they were last year, a nine-win team with a chance to win 10. I don't know where you come in on that, but I think that's what we're looking at.
I'd love to see them actually get that 10th win. I'm more in the 11-win range right now myself. I think there's one out there that they might steal that we don't see coming. But there's probably one out there they're going to lose that we think they're going to win. That's just what we come to expect from this team. I want to kind of take you in a different direction here. We'll probably get yelled at because we're mentioning the man's name, but I got 4 words for you. Antonio Brown, fish heads. Go.
Fish heads. So is that the latest?
Yes.
When did this happen?
Did you hear the story about the lawsuit concerning fish heads?
No, it's with the chef?
The former chef, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not up to date on my Antonio Brown lawsuits. They're hard
yes,
to keep track of.
They're hard to keep track of as far as the details are concerned, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of difficult. I just love the possibility of discussing a story with an athlete that involves fish heads.
Yeah, we don't often do it. It's true.
No, it's one of those rare opportunities you can talk about something strange and just plug it right in and just see how weird the conversation gets.
Yeah, well, I apologize for not knowing that. I haven't been on Twitter in 5 minutes, so it's hard to keep up.
It's on KDKA.com. You can check it out for yourselves if you haven't seen it. In the meantime, we will take a break. When we come back, we'll have an update from the Xfinity Sports Desk, and we'll talk more. Taking your phone calls, 412-575-2600 on the Borders and Borders hotline. Stick around.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.